one, whether it's from Pump, nobody care about Gucci Gang no more. Nobody care about Gummo no more. I'm telling all these artists, whatever your first song is, if your hot song was in 2017, nobody care. We care if your last song ain't lit to bring out people this year, nobody give a fuck. I'm telling everybody that. You feel me? So, I see the artists who are determined to be around, they adjust. Pump don't want to be, Pump don't, this is between me and y'all. When I talk to Pump, he still got that hunger in his voice. He don't want to be the example that J. Cole was talking about on 1985. I could tell that nigga understand that song. He don't want that shit to be right. You feel me? So he really, he tell you, he want to have another moment, another run. He want that crazy shit to happen. He don't want to go out like that song predicted it. You got to respect it. You feel me? When I talk to Six, I try to tell him, I said, nigga, you lit right now, you don't get a lot of shows, but let me tell you this, in a matter of conversation in music, you aren't in the conversation at the moment. All that other bullshit, this and this, nobody give a fuck about that. Nobody cares. This is 2021. You got to get back in the music conversation. And look how, and it don't matter with charting. If you make the narrative all about charting, you're going to embarrass yourself. That's the thing. Sometimes you could talk yourself into shit that you now become gun shy about. If you gonna talk about, if you gonna brag, when I get on Instagram Live, I get 1 million, blah, blah, blah. All right, nigga, there's gonna be a time you don't get 1 million. What you gonna do? Not get back on there? It's gonna be a time where you only getting 50,000. That's what happens. That's life. You can't make that be the thing holding you back. You gotta fuck it. That's how life goes. You ride the highs, and when you're in the lows, you prepare for another high. It's like a roller coaster. You get me? You can't, but I don't want niggas think this is it's not a 6ix9ine thing. This is, I tell all these artists, because sometimes I know they get in their own way. And also sometimes it's hard to see the forest from the trees. Sometimes they're in every artist is in their own world. When they go out, niggas is playing their music just because they're there. Their whole team is playing their music because that's your team. They might not understand, bro, the regular people have not bumped you in a minute. I want to call a specific artist. I ain't told myself. This artist I've talked to who they still think their music is being bumped. Nobody's playing music, dog. You're hearing it when you go to the club because you probably bought hella bottles. They're playing your shit because you gave them money. I'm sorry. But you're not just in regular places just hearing music coming out of cars. You know? So I'm just telling people, and then also, I see Ray up in here. What's good with you? There's a difference between, I see a lot of the new artists trying to do it. Y'all not Cardi and y'all not Nicki. Nicki could go on 10-year break, just come back, do what she want. That's a legend who's solidified. Drake could do that. Chris Brown could do that. Y'all new niggas, man, y'all niggas is on respectfully, an 18-month clock from the moment you get hot to the moment we looking at you as washed up. And if you don't give us another reason for us to care, you being that washed up pot, it's over. So I'm watching all these artists, and I told y'all coming into really last year, but this year too. Last year I said, this is gut check time for a lot of artists. I'm telling y'all, we could look at XXL freshmen. Some of these niggas have never been. You have to wonder how, what job are they doing now? It's not rap. These niggas are not getting booked. Go look at Rolling Loud. Look how much niggas who was lit in 2017 you see on Rolling Loud. They're not booking no other shows otherwise. What are they doing? They're not. I know how this music shit work. You get an advance check. You're not getting time to. You're not getting money for clocking into a studio. You get an advance checks to deliver albums, and then you get a back end. You get your royalties. You get your publishing. Nigga, if you're not selling music, your shit's not streaming. Your label don't want to put out no album from you. How are you getting money? So that's why I be looking at the people who y'all still see with verified signs and a bunch of followers, But they fell off. I'm like, what is their current job? There's nothing they're doing. I know they're not doing nothing. And I know some of them, they know they're out of music, but they're too, some of them, a lot of musicians, I'm saying this is a fact, they're too egotistical to swallow their own pride. Because, unfortunately, hip-hop is based on facades. So when an artist gets lit, when an artist is, whatever, if an artist is gangster, he drills that home into fans' heads, and you live with that. They can't humble themselves to say, yo, it's not 2 years ago. It's not 3 years ago. It's just different. I got to now move this way and start grinding back from the bottom up. It's going to look crazy, so they say, fuck it, I'd rather not do it. You ever ask why mad artists don't put out music? Like, we're not talking about 6ix9ine. Just any artist, like, artists you love, like, oh, wait. And I'm talking about the ones who, like, you just don't know what they do. I'm not talking about like a Cardi. Because I think Cardi's just a special, like, unicorn who knows he can put out music whenever. And them little Cardi fans going to love it no matter what. Or at least they're going to check it out. They might not love it, but they're going to check it out all the time. But you ever be like, yo, wait, why so-and-so put out music? Some of these niggas are in their own head. I've had conversation, and again, I don't want to call out specific artists because I don't want the artists to get mad at me and be like, oh, I use me as an example. But I tell all these artists, put out music. They give me 59 million reasons why they want to put out music. I'm just waiting. Nigga, you've been waiting for 2 years. Why don't you put out music? But I know why they don't put out music. They don't want to tell me. But they don't got to tell me. They don't have to tell me. I know it. Nigga, they know they're not as hot as they were. They know it's not going to. One artist told me, I'm going to keep it 1,000. I won't call his name. It says Ak. He said, I'm not going to put out music. And this is a real, I respect it. He said, because I don't want to end up on your page where everybody's clowning me for selling 2,000 copies. And I said, damn, if that's the mindset that is dictating how y'all could keep making a living, bro, you got to swallow that pride or work around it. Nigga, drop EPs, drop singles, do something else. Like, nigga, you gonna not drop music? What the fuck is up with y'all? You have to do some shit. You have to put stuff out. I just know as a fact. Yo, the artist told me, said, I don't want to put out music. And by the way, let me give y'all some cool ass tricks. Yo, you think that Tory probably don't realize with all the non-industry support, it's going to be hard for him to really do. He used to do 70K every time he dropped. This is before he got blackballed. Bro, he blackballed now. He dropped his singles. He make a nice video. He get it hyped. It's talked about on social media. People know he can rap. They fuck with him. But he probably staying away from albums. You know what he said on Instagram? Yo, I'm going to give y'all these capsules. You know when a nigga say capsule, yo, we're not gonna look at the numbers. It's like a couple of songs. It's not even like an EP. Like, it's a couple of songs. You get the numbers thing out of here. But you know what the thing is? His fans ain't gonna be like, yo, Tory not giving us music because he's scared of flop. Nah, bro, you gotta put this shit out. Artists getting their own way. I'm gonna tell y'all the truth right now. Who's my favorite rapper? Drake, nigga. Come on, man, stop playing. And by the way, because I know somebody's going to clickbait this shit and be like, oh, this is Act talking about 6ix9ine. No, I don't think 6ix9ine is there, but I am telling him actively, put out music soon. You need to put out music soon. Like, I don't want to hear the excuses. Put out music soon. This year, I felt, these are honest opinions. And this is why, you know what I mean? Listen, I was Act before there was a 6ix9ine, and I'm going to be Act even after. This year, there's been a shift in how I believe 6ix9ine is viewed. The people who love 6ix9ine love him as a person. They love him for being funny. They love that he's Hispanic. They love all these non-musical things about him. The music is second or tertiary. And at the height, 2018, it was neck and neck. You thought it was funny as shit, but then he also had the hottest song or the dopest line that you would say. That's what happened. You feel me? So, you know, That's the change. I feel like his audience now, they just love him because they know he's like a troll and a character. That's interesting because what happens then is people start looking at you not really in the music industry. They just look at you like you're fucking Jake Paul with a Twitter or Jake Paul with an Instagram. And especially when the industry ignores you, that's how it's going to be the view. Like they stop almost looking at you like a musician. So you can still win by doing that. And I think he has a huge fan base. But if you want to be in the music shit, you got to put out music. I think he should be putting out a song every month. Every month. Don't care if it charts. Every month. Song. Next month. Song. Next month. Song. Also read the room. You got to be able to tell, I get it. Listen, you know how much I don't like them niggas Ruri and Millie Mo, but I ain't gonna sit here and keep talking about them. You know why? For whatever reason, they got a lot of sympathy points from whatever happened with Joe. I'm not gonna keep promoting them. I said, that's what you did with Dirk. Dirk did the best thing. He honed up all the energy of hate you gave to him, and he came with the music and flipped everybody onto his side. So that was fucking brilliant. You gotta learn when to let shit go and don't use your energy to fuel other people's shit. I literally want to diss them two stooges every day, but I don't want to use my energy to help them. I hate them niggas so much. I don't want them to succeed. You feel me? And I know talking about them constantly is going to probably help them succeed. You said that work? So I'll let them niggas do what they do, and in time it will tell. Listen, because you know what the craziest thing is? Anyway. Speak on Meek's album. I want to hear that shit. Somebody told me something about how the Meek album was sounding. And I'm not going to say who. But I want to hear how Meek Mill, after being a champion for prison reform, kicking it with Robert Kraft and all those dudes, sound while still trying to, portray the voice of the trenches who is still promoting murder, kill, rob, sell drugs. I want to hear how this shit's going to sound. It's going to sound amazing. I can't wait. Listen, there's a bunch of rappers right now that's blackballed. 6ix9ine, Tory, Quando Rondo, all blackballed. It is what it is. It is what it is. Yeah, I'm streaming tonight. And so I'm gonna save this stream. Yeah, I might. Am I still cool with Joe Budden? Of course, Joe Budden's my guy. I'm disappointed. I told you I'm disappointed in Joe. But I'm disappointed in him just because I feel like he allowed I don't want to even get into that situation, but I've never seen an audience turn on the person that built it. Like to the point where I'm seeing with Joe, like, or maybe, I don't know, maybe that's just the nature of his audience. Like, I feel niggas is supporting the Stooges just because they hate this nigga Joe. I don't know what Joe did to them niggas, man. Yeah, Joe, man, get your shit right. But Joe gonna be good, though. He's straight. Nah, I'm not streaming. I'm just on, this is Instagram Live. Tonight, I'm going to do a nice stream. We're going to talk about the same topics again. This is why I don't want to save this. I'm going to talk about the same topics We're gonna get more in depth. Always keeping it honest. I see y'all asking certain questions, which it's just bear with me, okay? I can't wait for Pop Smoke album. I'm really wondering it's no way Pop Smoke's album, right, will be or could be sounding near the quality of the last project. That shit just fucking sounded amazing. That shit sounded like it was finished. Everybody who they inserted to like make the I've never name me a posthumous album that was better than that. That shit was better than Juice's album to me. I love Juice WRLD. Rest in peace. That was better than any X album to me that was posthumous. That was better than, didn't Mac Miller have a posthumous album? Yo, Dre, what's good, nigga? Tell you what? Yeah, I don't know if it could be that level of production again. If it is, first of all, that means if Pop's next album, and maybe I'll give the hot take here, I'll get more into it on stream. If Pop next album is anywhere near Aim for the Moon, Shoot for the Stars, or Aim for the Stars, Shoot for the, whatever it is. If it's anywhere near that, Pop has officially graduated to legend status. Now, that's the hot take, and this is why it's a hot take. I don't think Pop Smoke's a legend because he died. Okay, I'm sorry to tell y'all. Okay, I love Pop Smoke. I think he made amazing music. I think his music was underappreciated, but because most of the impact with him has been since death, we ain't just gonna call everybody who died a legend. Actually, maybe he's a legend. He was gonna be a legend, but that's what I'm saying. I need one more album. Like, I think for Nipsey, they made Nipsey a legend after he died. And even though most of those reasons, I think, was probably non-musical, like, Nipsey made some good music, but I think the impact of his death, people were like, damn, if anybody could have this impact, they have to be a legend. But if we're just thinking about musically, if he was a legend, how come y'all didn't like none of the songs like that before he died? What happened? Y'all just start liking songs when y'all hear people dead? Somebody said legend does take time. You are right about that, and that's what I'm saying. Pop Smoke was gonna be a legend, but at the moment he died, and by the way, I think this was what Wack was saying. Maybe I should just back off this point, because niggas was killing Wack for that. At the moment they died, they weren't legend yet. So that's what I'm saying. For me, the legend, I'm not making you a legend because we all cried over you. I'm making you a legend because the music and effect of your works since then has been legendary status. The posthumous album for Pop Smoke was a classic to me. That's a classic album. So even though he passed away and he wasn't a legend, that posthumous album moved him right to the front of the line, and this nigga's a legend. You get me? Now this project, if it's anywhere near that, clearly it's a legend. I personally think XXXTentacion was a legend at the time he died. I would go to argue the music that's been released after he died hasn't helped his legend status. It's hurt it. But if he had stopped putting out music right when he died, I mean, he's still on all-time great list for me, but his musical contributions afterwards, and obviously we know when someone dies, estates and labels dealing with it. It doesn't help it doesn't help his legend status, if you get what I mean. You got to be fair. You got to be fair. I don't want to talk or even think about other people's deaths. You feel me? Somebody said I'm disrespectful to Nipsey. No, that's not. Is that really disrespectful to Nipsey to say at the time of his death? Now, Victory Lap was getting a lot of, critical acclaim. It was getting a lot of critical acclaim. Okay, let me bring the Nipsey comment back. I think Nipsey was a West Coast legend at that time. At the time of his death, I think he was a West Coast legend. I don't think universally through rap, he was accepted as a legend at the moment when he died. You get me? I think through people find out about his philanthropy, find out about his community service, find out about his, his really ideology of, black business, building your own community. A lot of that stuff that was always in his music, people realize maybe not for the music. And I'm not saying it's not for the music, but his message helped him be more of a legend after he died than his music. You get what I mean? I hope y'all get that. Because I know somebody will twist my words. His message and what he stood for helped him attain the legendary status after he died much more than the music he released. Well, what did they drop? Have they dropped posthumous Nipsey's music? There hasn't been a posthumous Nipsey album, is there? Am I tripping? Somebody said name a Nip's hit song. I can't. That joint with Belly, man, that shit's fire. I ain't gonna lie to you. That shit's fire. Anyway, my attorney's calling me. Hopefully he's talking business. I will be on stream later on. I love y'all. We'll have a good conversation about whatever y'all want to talk about. Just save those topics or DM me. We'll get into it later.